All right. So, hi, everyone. This morning we have Sophia from Freedom Mortgage joining us. We are excited to have her jump on a call and talk a little bit about Freedom Mortgage so we can learn about that organization and some opportunities that are available for current students as well as graduates. So, thanks for being here, Sophia. If you don't mind starting off by just telling us a little bit about yourself, what Freedom Mortgage is, and your role with their organization.
Sure. So first of all, thanks so much for having me today, Kelsey. So a little bit about myself. My name's Sophia. I've been in campus recruiting since 2017. So I've been doing it for a few years now. So right now I am currently at Freedom Mortgage, and we are really focused on our first flyer program, which is basically a program that is geared towards May 2018 grads and forward. So May 2018, 2019, 2020, and so forth. And the reason being is because it's really geared towards recent alumni and seniors, because it's such an easy transition from the classroom to the full-time working life due to our super intense hands-on training program. It involves rotations, it involves mentorship, working with your peers, teamwork, studying together. So it really does have kind of a college feel still to it, so that students don't feel too overwhelmed leaving college and entering the real world working life.
Great. What do you find that employees and interns like best about Freedom Mortgage?
Yeah, so I think that the interns, or basically the new hires that we have, most of the feedback that I've been getting is that they're really blown away by the commission structure that we offer. It's a huge incentive for them to work harder, and it's kind of just their big motivator to put their best foot forward every single day. And what they like even more about it is the year-long training program that they're launched into immediately following graduation. Because again, it makes them feel a lot more comfortable leaving the classroom setting and entering the real world. And they're not too overwhelmed or thrown into the deep end. So I find that with the feedback, those are probably the best things that I get back from our new hires. And then for our current hires, or for people who have been here for a while, I think that they would say that the culture is just the best part, and working with their teammates. It is a sales type of call center role, but people still do work together immensely, even though it seems like you're working individually most of the time. They rely on each other a lot. So it's really great to see that teamwork there.
Great. What do you feel makes your organization or Freedom Mortgage unique from other companies that are like it, maybe some competitors, or just unique in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think there's several things that makes this unique. And again, this is another part of feedback that I get from people that I interview. They are surprised to hear that we have the year-long training program immediately following graduation. We have different rotations. We have classroom training that takes place. We pay for something called the SAFE exam, which licenses all of our new college grads to become licensed mortgage advisors in the United States. We offer an $1,000 incentive bonus if you do pass the exam on your first try. So we find that a lot of our students really do put their head down and study for this exam, and they have that little incentive in their mind. Our salary is super competitive and way above average what a typical entry-level college grad would make. And yeah, I just feel like there's so many little tidbits about this program that you won't find anywhere else. Not only with the salary, but especially with the training program and the attention to detail that we give to that program.
Yeah, the training program sounds very cool. You might have touched on some things, but if you can think of anything else to add, what is something that most people might not know or will be surprised to learn about Freedom Mortgage?
Yeah, so I think that, and everybody has been very surprised to hear this, that amidst this entire crazy pandemic, staying at home, COVID-19 craziness, unfortunately, I know a lot of people have been on hiring freezes or laying people off. And what I found is that a lot of people are actually surprised to hear that we are doing absolutely fantastic because of the pandemic. And that is because mortgage rates are so low. They're expected to drop at a historic all-time low of 2.5% over a 30-year fixed rate. So because of that, people are not only buying homes left and right, but they're looking to refinance and save money on their mortgage. So we are hiring extra. I mean, I am looking to hire above 300 mortgage advisors by October 2020.
Wow.
So we are nonstop, all day hiring, all day interviewing, sifting through resumes. So I think that that comes as a huge surprise to people, because what they're typically hearing on the news and from their family and friends is that, oh, it's so hard to get a job nowadays. But we are actually the complete opposite.
That's very good to know. I know, especially that's something we'll want to share with our incoming graduates, or upcoming graduates, excuse me. So, Sophia, what is something that you look for on a candidate's resume or cover letter?
Yeah, so we are actually open to all majors. So I wouldn't want to say that we are stuck on like finance majors or
Okay.
communications majors. But we do like to see, I won't say that there's a certain thing that we look for, but we do like to see that somebody has, for example, worked as a barback or a waitress for, a few years. It's nice to see that a college student can not only work, have a part-time job and work, but also, upkeep that GPA and their grades. So we love to see that, because since this is a sales role where you'll be working in a call center, it's really important for us to see that you have sales experience, working on the phone duties, customer service. So all of those things really fall in line with, working in a bar or being a waitress. We've also had students tell us that they work in the alumni office, calling alumni, asking them for donations. So even that is customer service and sales. So something where you don't really think that you would find that customer service and sales experience, we do end up finding it in different types of jobs that they held. So it's really nice to see that. I like to see things like that on a resume.
Yeah, that's good to know. Sophia, do you have any tips on what students should do and maybe also not do during a job interview?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what they should do, and I send everybody pointers before and after their interviews. I really like to hold my candidate's hand throughout the entire process. But certainly in the beginning when they're interviewing, I do give them pointers and tips such as, be confident, speak up. Don't say, I don't know, I don't really know. That just makes you look really uncertain. And also it's a bad idea to say, well, what else do you have available in your business? What other opportunities do you have? Are there any other locations? And it's just a really big turnoff when the information is on the job description and the student has obviously not read the job description and asks us the same questions. Because again, that attention to detail is really, really important. So that's something not to do, but I think that something that you can do is basically just be yourself. Don't try to be overly ambitious. We have a lot of students say, well, one day I want to be a CEO or I want to be a lawyer, which is totally great. I love to hear the ambition, but it's okay to take a step back and be casual and just be yourself.
Yeah.
And try your best to just be your own person during the interview and don't try to overdo it, if that makes sense.
That's good. No, that's good advice. Sophia, can you talk about any opportunities? And you touched upon a little bit with this when you said that you guys were definitely hiring a lot here in the coming months, but opportunities that are available for our alumni, our upcoming graduates, as well as do you have any internship opportunities with Freedom Mortgage?
Sure. So as of now, we do not have any internship opportunities. I believe in the past that Freedom Mortgage may have had them, but it was more so a referral program. So they weren't actively recruiting for those interns. So right now I can tell you that for alumni and for May 2020 grads and moving forward, we do have this opportunity out to people. The First Flyer program has different types of tracks as well. So our number one track that we're hiring for is the mortgage advisor role, which is really that sales call center role. That's the one that we're hiring 300 plus people for.
Okay.
Our next track is IT, where you can be a data engineer, system engineer, or a developer. However, we are wrapping up the hiring on that. We do have the marketing track as well for marketing majors. However, we did wrap that up as well for the year. So I'm just kind of shooting out the different tracks that we have here. And last but not least, we do have a financial analyst track where you would need a minimum 3.5 GPA to qualify. And right now we are looking to fill about 4 of those financial analyst spots. Okay. So basically anybody who graduated May 2018 and forward is good. However, we do not have any internship opportunities. So freshmen, sophomores, and juniors would not qualify until they became seniors.
Okay. And would you just recommend, if someone was interested in these opportunities, to visit Freedom Mortgage's website, or where would you direct them to?
Absolutely. The Freedom Mortgage website, they can apply. However, as soon as somebody reviews your resume and sees that you are not graduating, they probably will send you a message letting you know that you do not qualify at the time being. Okay. So for younger people who are interested, it is important to keep in mind to just revisit us as soon as you become a senior, and we will work with you and make sure that we get you in the track that you prefer to be in. And then we have a 3-part interview process that we would take everybody through. So everybody goes through the same process.
Great. That's fantastic. Sophia, as we kind of wrap up here, is there one piece of information that you would like to leave anyone that's viewing this video with? It could be about Freedom Mortgage, some of the opportunities, or just maybe a piece of professional advice.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to put out there that I'm always available for sure. I mean, I live with my laptop. So, so I would love, I really do love referrals. So if somebody interviews and either makes it or doesn't make it and says, you know, I actually have a family member or a friend who would be really good at this or would really appreciate your time, my door is always opened. Again, I do not look for specific majors. I don't look for specific GPA requirements. The only time that you would need a specific GPA would be for that financial analyst role. And again, it would have to be a minimum of 3.5. But again, I just want to leave everyone with this important piece of information that it doesn't matter what major you are, what you come from, how many times you changed your major. We are here to help, and we're always willing to interview and give everyone the same opportunity.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Sophia. This was really fantastic. I think anyone that's watching this will definitely know more about Freedom Mortgage if they weren't familiar already, and we'll have some opportunities to keep an eye out for moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.